Well, wait, we just started. We're at the end credits already? Fujita? I think Taco Bell serves that. Sound effects were reconstructed from authentic storm sounds. We tried with a desk fan, but it blows.
May 26, 1976.
National Blueberry Cheesecake Day.
Moving into North Texas from the southwest. A tornado watch is issued. At 2:25 p.m., large hail is reported as the storm moves northeast towards
Trust me
Dallas.
on this opening sequence has no
3:15
motion.
p.m. Tornado spotters are out in radio communication with the National Weather Service in Fort Worth.
The office getting
New
transmissions
reports
from Freddy on
spotters
night
are checked
5.
against radar reports from Stephenville. Radar is tracking the storm, shows nothing dangerous at this time.
The beaches have to stay open!
A spotter west of Dallas reports a large wall cloud at the southwest edge of the storm. 3:41, radar shows heavy precipitation, but no sign of a tornado. 3:45, tornado sighted, moving east towards Dallas.
By a
The
guy who
warning
looks
goes out.
suspiciously like Paul Michael Glazer.
4:25 p.m. Spotters track the tornado over North Dallas as it tears up trees, roofs, homes, and buildings. Over $1 million in destruction.
Making him first place in the criminal damage event on GTA Online.
While radar is indispensable, it does not always indicate a tornado.
Like the difference between a warship and a lighthouse.
Spotters tracked this tornado from start to finish, while radar never showed it. Spotters.
Hey, ain't
They're
that
the
Jerry
most
Reed?
reliable source of information we have about tornadoes.
Finally, motion!
This film is about how to identify tornadoes and how to recognize the cloud structures that produce tornadoes. Virtually all tornadoes come from thunderstorms.
Sometimes they come out of
Thunderstorms
wind
start with
warriors.
Cumulus clouds like these. The process is speeded up in this time-lapse film. Thunderstorms start when warm, moist air becomes buoyant and begins to rise. This air expands, cools, and condenses to form clouds.
They're nature's way of administering
Cloud towers you see
Rorschach
here are
test.
updrafts of rising air. You can see these updrafts grow to higher altitudes as they build in columns several miles in diameter and over 10 miles high.
And in the corner of kids' drawings.
These towering clouds have now developed into a thunderstorm, which might bring heavy rain, hail, strong straight winds, and possibly tornadoes.
Up?
Here is a representation of an entire thunderstorm.
Does it look
to help
like a
you
naked
pick out
woman
that
slumped
part
over
of
the edge of a
storm
bed to
that
you
is most
guys, or is
likely
it just
to
me?
produce a tornado. We are looking northwest. These sharply outlined and rapidly ascending towers locate the storm's most intense updrafts.
Bet AI can't
The
do
storm
clean
has
lines
reached
like
its
this,
peak
huh?
altitude and is being blown downstream into an anvil by high winds aloft. The cloud base under these towers is generally free of rain. Most of the precipitation falls out here, to the north and east of the rapidly building tower.
Fuck, I'm bleeding!
The tornado will most likely develop underneath these towers to the southwest of the main precipitation area. Large hailstones often fall immediately to the north and east of the tornado.
Tornadoes like their cars properly
The tornado usually
tenderized.
comes out of a cloud formation called a wall cloud. You may see rotation in the wall cloud prior to the tornado. This thunderstorm, seen from about 30 miles away, draws air from miles around into its updraft.
Taking our cartoon
A
arrows
tornado
with
would come
them.
out of this part of the storm, directly below the building towers. The rain and hail fall here to the northeast. Another storm, speeded up again. This one is about 10 miles away.
No need to tell me, my knees were acting up.
Time lapse again. This approaching storm is even closer. Notice the absence of rain below cloud base and the updrafts above.
There goes my
Now
pizza.
we're looking under the cloud base. It's dark here because there's a 10-mile thickness of cloud above. You are looking west. Looking west again.
Hey dude, you
At
left
the
your
right,
Insta
to the
filter
north,
on.
Rain. At the left, a rain-free cloud base at the southwest edge of the storm. This is the part of the storm where tornadoes are most likely to form. Most tornadoes come out of the formation you see here.
Am I
The
still
wall
watching a
cloud.
storm spotter guide or a
The wall
PSA
cloud
about
is an
periods?
isolated lowering of the cloud base. It marks an area of strong updraft and should be watched carefully. It may produce a tornado.
Or a baby, given the
Even
color of
without
the
a
film.
tornado, winds beneath the wall cloud may be extreme. Large hail may fall from beneath or near the wall cloud. Here, to the right of the wall cloud, is heavy rain. From a distance, you can see vertical cloud towers rising above the wall cloud.
On them, Princess kept a view, while all the women came and
Looking
went.
west,
Barefoot
rain to the
servants, too.
Rain-free base to the south, wall clouds silhouetted against the sky. Wall clouds can take on different shapes and forms. They are typically 1 to 3 miles in diameter. They're always connected to the cloud base.
And if I'm wrong, may God strike me down where I stand.
Southwest edge of the storm.
Die! Alien!
When you can see the wall cloud rotate, it's dangerous. As the updraft draws air into the wall cloud,
Why do we keep losing these cartoon arrows?
as the air approaches the center, it spins faster. The motion is like the whirlpool in a bathtub drain, upside down.
Oh, we lost the cameraman.
Sometimes you can actually see the spiraling motion in the clouds. Here's
My face
where the
detection is
tornado
picking up a
formed.
ghost.
The tornado is a violently rotating column of air in contact with the ground.
Hey, Charlene, bring the
Rotation is
kids.
happening on a broad scale, and the tornado is an outgrowth of the rotation.
Oh, I recognize this one.
Rotation
This was on
in
an
this
Air Force
wall
base.
cloud and in the small detached clouds below it.
Really? Right as the
Tornadoes
Ringling
move
Brothers
from the
were in town?
southwest at average forward speeds of 30 miles per hour. Speeds have been clocked up to 70 miles per hour. Here's Cabot, Arkansas. This unique time-lapse sequence of a storm shows all the elements that produce tornadoes.
Or it's a uterus, I am not sure.
Rotation, and below the base, a wall cloud.
I found
How
Wally!
this wall cloud forms a tornado. Sometimes you might not see the funnel at all, especially when it is nearly overhead. However, there might already be a tornado, even though the funnel is not yet visible.
It could also be the main
Cloud of
character
swirling
powering up
dust
his
and
strongest
debris
attack.
might be the first sign that a tornado is forming. There's a connection between the funnel and the debris cloud on the ground, even though you can't see it.
With how questionable this film is, I might as well be staring at a snuff film.
The debris cloud here is unmistakable.
Now this is unfair. I doubt these spotters even know how to spell anticyclonic.
Dust, however, can make spotting difficult, especially at a distance. Look close.
Huh, that answered the question, how much energy drink would it take to kill me?
Lindsborg, Kansas, September 1973.
What a lady, what a night!
Is obscured by the hill. It looks like a cloud on the ground. It is a cloud, a wall cloud.
Oh, I thought it was a nipple.
As it approaches from the southwest, a giant tornado reveals itself. It's making a damage path half a mile wide.
Could use a truck loaded with Viagra.
30 minutes later, the same storm strikes Salina. Here, the tornado shrinks to a slender rope-like filament.
Okay, now it
is
needs
still
that truckload of
destructive.
Viagra.
Look at the debris cloud. This monstrous tornado was half a mile wide at the ground.
Basically,
Imagine
finger
this
of God.
tornado with trees and hills in the foreground. It might be very difficult to identify.
With guest star Johnny Lee Miller.
It's difficult to spot a tornado at night. You may hear the sound of a tornado at close range.
Or a fully loaded train
Remember,
that could sound
if you're in
similar.
large hail, the most dangerous part of the storm is very near. Sometimes lightning can illuminate cloud features, such as this wall cloud.
Yeah, fuck that pole in particular.
This tornado over Tulsa shows you a clue for night spotting. Look for flashes of light when the tornado hits electrical power lines.
Houses might have been demolished at that point, but hey, at least you could see it. Oh good, an HTML embed would have broken it.
Tornadoes in the southern states are often hard to spot because they are embedded in heavy rain.
And only comes in 24p resolution.
Tornadoes in the south may resemble this one, where low clouds, rain, and trees hinder the spotter.
So invest in a car with good windshield wipers.
A tornado can split into several smaller tornadoes, then later rejoin into one.
Oh god, this one.
Here's the Xenia, Ohio tornado of 1974.
What you can't hear is him evacuating his bowels on the spot.
This wall cloud over Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oshkosh? That sounds like a kid
Vortex
trying to
tornado.
swear for the first
That was
time.
incredible.
I think that's a rotating eyeball. Wait, imposter tornadoes?
These are Mamadas clouds. Mamadas are high-level clouds that can be seen on the underside of the anvil. They are not dangerous.
But a damn good indicator on how
Remember
fucked
the
you
structure of
are.
a storm. When a thunderstorm approaches, the first cloud feature that might catch your attention is the shelf cloud. The dark background behind the row of clouds is rain.
Can you spot Cthulhu?
In fact, it is the rain that cools the air and
Hey,
creates
Ron.
the outrush
Hey, Billy.
wind called the gust front at the leading edge of the storm. Behind the gust front are straight line winds that may gust to more than 50 miles per hour.
So faster than a Prius.
This rain-cooled air may create another type of cloud along the gust front called a roll cloud.
Holy shit, a huge
The
joint!
horizontal cloud is not a tornado. It is unusual for a tornado to come out of the leading edge of the storm.
Coming up next on Yellowstone.
Now we are back near the southwest edge of the storm, looking west, where you would expect to see a tornado. Here's a rain shaft.
Well, I just
It's
found a
easy
new
to
name for my
recognize it
penis.
what it is.
Welcome to today's installment of Images That Might Be Album Covers.
This one's tougher. It's the same rain shaft 10 minutes later.
Ah, a case of rain-ja vu.
This one could fool you. If you're not sure, watch it over a period of time. The meteorologist who filmed this rain shaft watched it for 15 minutes until it finally disappeared.
So treated like a black
Not
guy in a
a
convenience
tornado.
store. Got it. Racist.
To conclude, here's a life cycle of a tornado as a spotter might see it. First, looking toward the southwest edge of the storm, a wall cloud.
Hey, that cow did nothing! No, I just want a steak.
30 minutes later, a damaging tornado is formed out of the wall cloud.
That means I get a free pizza.
10 minutes after the funnel forms, the tornado has reached its maximum size. Tornado lifetimes last from less than a minute to over an hour.
Or as
This
convenient
one
as the
stays
plot
on the ground
allows it.
For another 15 minutes. Here we see it near the end of its life.
It suffers
It
significant
shrinks into the
shrinkage.
rope stage, yet it is still destructive. Even as we watch it, it levels a farmhouse hidden in the trees 2 miles away.
Just take our word for it. We're totally not fake news.
We can't prevent tornado devastation, but with early warnings, we can save lives.
Now stay tuned for our next Storm Spotter lesson, how to drive so you don't kill your fellow storm chasers, and how to properly film the storms.